Quitting your job can be a very, very scary thing. I mean, I don't suggest anyone just up and say, you know what, forget this job unless they have a secure financial background. Like, let's say somebody either can hold them down for a couple of months till they find something else, or they just come from money. But if you're like, or you were like me at one point where I knew that this job wasn't for me, but I needed to know how to quit the right way without being there for years and years and years before I can actually step out on my own. So here is a video, and I'm going to show you how to plan to quit your job. Check this out. Guys, it's Felicia here from Valuable Referral, aka Valuable Mindset, and all I do on this channel is refer value to the entrepreneur to help them win. So we're talking about quitting your job, and I know that there's a lot of videos about you should quit if you're unhappy, yada yada yada, F this and walk away, and I get it, the frustration of having a job that you can give no value to, and there is no value in the job, and you don't have peace. So I totally get it. Your girl is with you when it comes to understanding what it feels like to quit your job. But there is a way. There is a way how you do it. The first thing you want to do is think about what it is that you want to do outside of this job. Now, for some people it could be a passion. Some people it could just be a skill that they need to that they have, or a talent, a gift. But you want to figure out, once I step out of the building, once I step out of corporate, federal, state, city, whatever job I'm in, what is it that I want to be doing on a day-to-day basis? What is it that, not necessarily something that you have to love to do, but it could be something that you like to do. You don't mind getting out of bed and doing this every single day. You can actually take the good with the bad. You get what I'm saying? Because there's always good and bad, pros and cons of everything. So number one is figuring out what is it that I want to do once I leave this job. And then once you decide, it brings me to number two. Once you decide what it is that you want to do, number two is getting skilled at that thing. So sometimes you can be learning a new skill, because guess what? You only get paid, and I repeat, you only get paid in any area to solve problems. So it could be for anything. It could be for pets. A lot of people go on vacation and they don't necessarily trust the airlines to take care to travel with pets, or sometimes their pets might not be able to travel with them in certain places. They could be sickly or for whatever reason, and they need pet sitters. They need people who actually sit there and watch their pets. It can be something like where you can add a training to dog grooming or pet grooming, or whatever it is that you can actually provide a solution to the problem. Because like I said, you only get paid, you only make bank with the solution you bring to a problem. So the bigger the problem, more money. So just decide, what skill can I do that I can get skilled at that's going to be of value to the world. Number three, and this is actually a big one for those, and this kind of is optional because some people don't have what I'm about to say here. Do overtime. Do at least 3 months of overtime to save up some money, because guess what? You're going to need it for the rough patches. A lot of people say you should save between 2 to 3 months of what it is that you actually are spending on a expense basis. I even actually go as far as to say to save up to 6, because I think that when you're at a corporate job and a job that has benefits, medical care, though you are trying to leave, if you can actually just have a 6 month to a year plan to do so, then, and you can actually have that, you have a job that actually gives you money for overtime, man it out. And when I say man it out, meaning that you already hate your job, so if you know that you're going to stick to this plan and you need some more income to save up, then guess what? You man it out. You actually go ahead and work that overtime, save up. No eating out. This comes with sacrifice. For those of you who are not about sacrifice, I'm sorry, this video is not for you. You might as well click off and go to another YouTuber who's telling you everything is going to be handy dandy and simple and easy. You have to be about sacrifice. You have to be a person of sacrifice. So eating out should be, or at least limit your eating out. So if you eat out 3-4 times a week, guess what? Make it 1. I suggest make it none until that time frame of when you can actually get stable again and have that flowing steady income. But Cook your own foods. That's a big one. That was a big one for me, you know, because I was limited on time, and I didn't want to discipline myself to cook my own meals, because that meant I had to some days not get as much sleep as I wanted to. Do what you got to do until you can get better. And that's the process of delayed gratification. You're going to go through those rough patches until you can actually get better. So number 3 is do 2 to 3 months, if not more, of overtime. Number 4, write down what it is that you spend, as well as what it is that you need on your personal finances that's going to save you. So let's say if you're accustomed to making $2,000 a month, hypothetically, you actually want to look out for jobs or have those skill sets to combat with income that you're normally getting in your 9 to 5. So if you were in corporate and you normally make $2,000-3,000 a month, maybe $4,000, what is it that, how can you break those finances down to where even when you cut back, you're still staying afloat? So let's say if I actually need, I'm not talking about an excess, but let's say I live in New York City. Let's say I actually need $5,000 a month. Okay, I'm going to break that down on a weekly basis, and I'm going to find jobs who pays just about that on a weekly basis. You know, whether it's 1 or 2 jobs, I'm definitely going to have income coming in to keep up with my mortgage, keep up with my, you know, my car payments if I have them. But that's actually something that you want to put in your mind. What can I live off of? That's the key. What can I live off of that's going to sustain me while I walk away from this corporate job? Because let me tell you something, guys, nothing is safe. Some jobs are going to be safer, and in a sense, but nothing is really safe. I mean, people in Washington, the government, especially if you lean on them for a lot of things, they're playing with the money. They're playing with our money. They're playing with our lives, where they don't really care, because their common, their personal interest is actually being taken care of. And we don't know, with all the politics and all the heartless people out there, we don't know if our actual Social Security and the things that we work for on a regular 9 to 5 is going to be there when we actually get old, when we need it to sustain us in the times where our body is breaking down and we don't have the strength and energy to do what we can do now. So nothing is safe, guys. Some people might say 20, 30 years, you know, you're 50, 60 years old, you're going to retire with that, you know, with that pension. Guess what? You don't know what it's going to be. So if you really don't like your job, I mean, more than don't like, you hate it, and you know this is not for you, just plan on leaving. There's always a plan and a purpose for everything. Now, you might take the hit early, but guess what? You get the reward later. A lot of people right now thinking everything is sweet and nothing's going to happen to them are taking their reward now, but they're going to get hit hard. I mean, real hard later. You only get rewarded by solving a problem and by doing what it is that you put in your mind to do. Because some people think they're doing something just because they think it, and that's not the truth at all. You are blessed by your doing, and that's what I got for you guys. But I want to introduce a new system for those of you who've been watching my content for a while and they can't figure it out on their own. They don't have the big time money to, you know, go to these seminars and, you know, pay for these big trainings, and they also need people to hold their hand. If that's you, you actually want to create an online sustainable business and you're willing to put in a little bit of the work, but you need somebody to guide you, need somebody, you know, that you can contact over the phone or by email to walk you through the steps and tell you what it is that you're doing wrong, I invite you to click the link below. This is a step-by-step foundational program that we actually are one-on-one training for people who actually want to build a substantial business online. If that's you, click that link below. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I do these videos for one reason only. That's because you're worth it. I'll see you in the next video.